I cut it myself, and
Okay, well, go ahead.
That's gonna be the intro,
Yes.
right there. So unexpected. Oh my god.
I'm just talking.
Hi guys, it's Dawn.
And Sheena.
And we're Natural Mommies, and we're coming to talk to you today about why we went natural, or what inspired us to go natural.
Okay. So, what happened was, I was doing a field experience for a school, and I was volunteering in the classroom, and the teacher that I was volunteering with had natural hair. And so her natural hair probably stopped maybe at her shoulders, and it was cool, you know. But when she straightened it, that's what sparked my interest, because her hair went from her shoulders, curly, all the way down her back, almost to her butt. Yes, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, that is so cool. She can wear her curly, and then when she straightened, it's like all the way down her back. And I was like, yeah, I'm going natural. So that day, I started researching it.
Let me see. Sheena actually inspired me to go natural. Between Sheena, YouTube, and damage to my hair, I used to get Dominican blowouts religiously, like every 2 weeks. And after a while, I started going, and it seems like when I would go, my hair kept breaking, so I would get trimmed. So eventually I ended up with a shortcut, probably about right here. And my hair was just so dry and damaged. So Sheena sparked my interest in being natural, although it was like when she went natural, it was like she done lost her mind. She done cut all that pretty hair all the way off. But then I got on YouTube and I started looking at all the natural hair journeys, and I just kind of made it up in my mind that, yeah, I'm going to go natural.
Yeah, I used to ask everybody, you want to go natural with me? I'm going natural. And everybody used to be like, girl, you crazy. So it was funny that.
Because Sheena had pretty hair. She had the pretty long hair. And then I remember she came to my house with this bob. And I'm like, where's your hair? And she was like, I cut it. She was like, you done cut all that pretty hair off. But
yeah, I had made it from my mind. That hair had to go, people. Okay. Okay, so I kind of transitioned, maybe, sort of. What happened was, I tried a couple of transition styles. I did maybe some flat twist in the top and a twist out in the back, and that wasn't working. So I'm impatient, so I was like, you know what, I just want to cut my hair off, and everybody's like, no, wait. So I was like, I'm going to get a sew-in. So I went, I got a sew-in, and yeah, like a week of having that sew-in, my scalp itched, and I was going crazy. And I was like, you know what, I'm not about this sewing life. And I got the scissors, and I cut that sewing out, and my hair got extremely tangled. And by this time, I had been transitioning for, what, 4 months. And I was like, nope. So I went straight over to my mama's house and asked my aunt to cut my hair. And she cut it. And it was a short bob style, because she refused to cut all my hair off, because that was just not allowed. So I wore that style for like 5 days, and I was like, no, cut it all off. So that was my slight transition, but I just really big chop, because I had no hair really, and I cut it all off.
So I probably transitioned for, I wouldn't even call it a transition, because it was like I was due for my perm. So it's like perm my hair or cut it, and I end up cutting it. So I did big chop, and I remember coming home on a Friday. I cut my hair, and when my mom saw it, she lost her mind. She just went off. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm grown. I can cut my hair if I want to. But she's like, I can't believe you cut your hair off. I can't wait till it grow out. She could not stand my short hair. And it was a shock. It was. And it was kind of like, I'm not going to say I I was scared to go out in public with my hair. It was just like getting used to it, I would say. So, but it was like liberating to get in the shower and just let the water just run through your hair. Yes. And at the time, the next day I actually got up and went and got micros. And I wore those micros for, I don't remember, it was like a month or two. And then I still had some permed ends. So Sheena came and chopped the rest of my permed ends off.
Yep. I remember telling Dawn, like, Dawn, you got to get you some of your favorite earrings, put it on, put on that outfit that you know you look cute in, and go on down and rock that hair, girl.
And I didn't. Look. I wore weaves, I wore braids a couple of times until I was about, it was almost a year in, I want to say. And then I was comfortable enough to wear my hair out. I actually went natural June of 2009. So I'm 4.5 years in my natural hair journey.
I went natural in April of 2007.
That's a long time.
Yeah, so that's been almost 7 years. So when I first went natural, I must say, everybody but my husband talked me out of it. Everybody was like, what in the world is this girl thinking? You want to cut off all that hair? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, no, what's wrong with you? Like, that's not what you want to do. But my husband, he was my fiance at the time, he was like, yeah, go for it. Yeah, my mom wore her hair natural. And so I was like, okay. If he would have been like, girl, you crazy, then I probably still
be relaxed.
Still had that relaxed. Well, maybe not. Well, it would have took me longer to do it, but since I had the support, I chopped it right on off.
Okay. I did not have the support. I had Sheena's support, and we have another best friend that's natural, and I had her support. But other than that, I really didn't have the support of anybody else. But that really didn't matter to me because I had my mind made up, and that's what I was gonna do. So I did it. But the funny thing is, after I went natural, my mom, my sister, and a cousin actually went natural because of me. So, and I have one more sister we're trying to convert, and she probably will eventually end up going natural. So that's kind of funny. The most difficult thing about being natural is other people's perception of beauty. Like, society teaches, kind of teaches girls that being with long hair is beautiful. Permed hair, anything European, small, model kind of vixen, video vixen girls, like, that's beautiful. When really you're natural, what God bless you with, that's beautiful. And I think that's one of the hardest things. Like, some people, if they don't embrace, the whole natural hair culture or movement of per se, like, they kind of shun down upon it and they give you the negative comments. And I think that's one negative thing being natural.
Yeah, and for me, I would think the most difficult thing, which maybe isn't difficult, but is people always come to me and like, oh, your hair is pretty. How did you do that style? And I'm like, well, I just, put some gel in it. I love my gel. And they're like, oh, well, you got that good hair. My hair won't do that. That is like the hardest thing for me. It's like, what is good hair? Yeah, like, how do you figure I have good hair? Do you know I put a ton of gel in this head of mine to make it look like this? Like, oh, my hair would just frizz out. Like, my hair is a frizz ball. Like,
yeah.
I feel like everybody always automatically looks in my head and like, oh, you got good hair. It's like, what is good hair? Like, so that's probably my hardest thing about being natural. People assuming that I have this perfect good head of hair, which I don't. So my favorite part about being natural is getting in the shower and letting the water run down my head. Yes! Yes, people, y'all don't
The best
understand.
thing.
Yes, when I was a kid, I always wanted to get in the shower. Like, how come I can't just get in the shower and wet my hair?
There you go.
And my mom was like, no, you like, I was taught as a kid, you better not get that head wet, you know.
All the time.
Yes, you better not get that head wet. And so now, ever since I've been natural, I would literally wet my head every day in the shower when I first cut my hair off. Every day I would get in that shower like, yes, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever.
Or walking in the rain.
Oh.
You don't need that umbrella.
Mm-mm.
I have not bought an umbrella since I've been natural.
I'm always like, oh, I'll go get the car when it's raining.
Yep.
It's like liberating to feel like,
It
oh my
really
gosh, my hair's gonna get wet.
Mhm.
Nope, don't care.
Yep. And my favorite part about being natural is it's so versatile. Like, you can wear your hair straight, and then you can wear it curly, bantu knotted. You can do so much with your natural hair. You know, when you're relaxed, you can't get this style with relaxed hair. It's just, but you can take your natural hair and straighten it, and it's just the versatility. I love it.
So, one thing I wish I would have known before going natural is that you actually have to take care of your hair.
Yes. That's true, because most people assume that natural hair is just so carefree and it's easier than having relaxed hair.
That is a lie. Let me tell you, when I had relaxed hair, I just wrap it up, throw some oil on it, and that was it. Wrap it down in the morning.
That's true.
Natural hair, you better take care of it.
Mhm.
You better, yeah, it's way more work. So that is the one thing I wish I would have known before I
Yes.
went natural. That it is work.
I wish I actually would have went natural sooner than, I guess, you know, I just wasn't educated on, you know, the whole process, but I wish I would have went natural way earlier than what I did, because I love it. That is our story on why we decided to go natural. And I guess share your story of what inspired you to go natural, or if you're transitioning, like what made you want to go natural.
Yeah, write it in the comments below.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.
Cause so many folk I know